And this has definitely changed a lot because once they hit the field, that was just a guessing game. And now we're actually on the field of play after week one. Here is his power rankings. And let's see how he did compared to his predictions, at least for the preseason, versus how things spun out now. So number one, yes, my Tampa Bay Bandits. He also had them at number one as the number one team in the USFL. They just look strong. Todd Haley looks like he could be the best coach in the league. I think his time coaching high school football has kind of mellowed him out. Now he's ready to rock and roll, and his team looked good in the first game. They have the talent. They got one of the top quarterbacks in the league in Jordan Ta'amu. So the Tampa Bay Bandits are at number one. Number two, I agree with this too. The New Orleans Breakers, they had a good defense. Breakers came out with a win against Philadelphia Stars. They were last week at 3. The highlight was the team defensive end, Davin Bellamy, definitely a star in the making in this league. Bellamy recorded 3 sacks in the first quarter and supplied pressure on Brian Scott all day long. Breakers running backs Jordan Ellis and TJ Logan were also bright spots on the team. Ellis rushed 18 times for 89 yards and 1 touchdown. Logan, 15 carries, 56 yards and a touchdown, and got some catches too. So these are the two teams. And guess what, my friends? They are playing each other this week. So that is definitely the game of the week. Number 3, up from 4. They did get the loss, Philadelphia Stars. It looks like they had the talent. They just faced a good New Orleans Breakers team. I mean, they got Brian Scott at quarterback. They have running backs. They have good wide receivers. They just played a good team in New Orleans this week. We will see if they can bounce back in week 2. Birmingham Stallions, they looked a lot better than I thought they would. They definitely, with Jamar Smith coming in the game, Smith would be filling in for the injured Alex Magoo, who suffered a leg injury early in the game. Smith scored the game's winning touchdown on a quarterback run. Osiris Mitchell looked great, 5 catches for 96 yards and a touchdown. Victor Bolden Jr. followed in 4 catches for 45 yards. So Birmingham Stallions look pretty good, and they move up to number 4. They were at number 6. New Jersey Generals, they were at 5, staying at 5. Quarterback Luis Perez got off to a nice start, but then head coach Mike Riley would use the whole 2-quarterback system. DeAndre Johnson getting a handful of packages and having the opportunity to close out the game. In fantasy stuff, we don't like that, but Perez was 13 of 18, 143 yards and 2 touchdowns. DeAndre Johnson only completed 3 of 8 for 59, but 12 carries for 98 yards and a rushing touchdown. So they might be using the 2-quarterback system, but the Generals have a decent offense at number 5. Houston Gamblers were at 8. They moved up to 6. They got the win after the dominant win over the Panthers, but their offense struggled at times by the hand of quarterback Clayton Thorsten. I heard people talking about him, that he is not that good, maybe, perhaps, so they could struggle more, but definitely not putting my faith in the Houston Gamblers right now. They did win the game, but I'm not really sure. Michigan Panthers, he had them at 7 and stayed at number 7. What they had wasn't going good. I thought they would definitely win. Shea Patterson got the start, but struggled heavily. And then when Paxton Lynch replaced him for a brief period, Lynch actually managed to play even worse than Patterson. After going 17-0 in the first half of an extremely embarrassing fashion, the Panthers started to claw their way back into things after halftime, started to get things going around. And then, of course, number 8, all the way from number 2, is the Pittsburgh Maulers. After the whole Devon Smith pizza thing, they had 2 great running backs in Garrett Grushnick and Mondre London, but you have no passing game. They literally were just running the ball. They had 3 wide receivers on their being able to play. I think Pittsburgh Maulers could be the worst team in the league, but based off of everything that happened. So to recap, number 1, Tampa Bay Bandits. Number 2, New Orleans Breakers. 3, Philadelphia Stars. 4, Birmingham Stallions. 5, New Jersey Generals. 6, the Gamblers. 7, Michigan Panthers. And 8, Pittsburgh Maulers. Let us know what you think, my friends, in the comments. What's your ranking?